a lot about the importance of YouTube on this channel, whether it's because it uses and utilizes SEO, search engine optimization, or the fact that it leverages evergreen content and is a form of sharing long form video content. And you know this girl is all about video content. That's why I wanted to give you guys a step-by-step breakdown on what are the next steps for you to take if you have been considering starting your very own YouTube channel. If you have been here for a while, you know that on this channel, I teach you how to generate more leads and turn that over into revenue so that you can create consistent cash flow in your business. So I talk a lot about creating traffic so that that can pour into your funnel that I teach you here over on both on Instagram and YouTube actually. And part of that traffic is obviously getting that visibility and reach. And the platform, in my opinion, that is the absolute best for building that traffic, that organic traffic, is YouTube. In fact, it is actually the platform that brings me in my business the most amount of leads. And that's why I believe YouTube is absolutely the best if you really want to get that organic reach and ultimately growth in your business. So I'm going to break down step by step. And again, this is the exact workflow that I use. So I totally invite you to just steal my workflow if you really have been considering YouTube. Now, first we're going to start with setting up your channel, because really that does come down to step one if you're not even on YouTube yet. The first thing that you need is obviously a Gmail account, because YouTube is Google. So you have to have a Gmail account in order to even set up a YouTube channel. The next thing is creating your channel cover art. Now, this is a big piece of it. Just like on Instagram, it's like your bio. This is really your first impression that you're going to make upon people. So making sure that your channel art is very clear in what you do, what you offer, and how people can find more information is really important. The next step to setting up your channel is including all of your links. Now, again, I love YouTube because it gives you the ability to share so many different links. And now if you're really wanting to optimize this space to the very best, is making sure that you have your #1 lead generating link or the biggest lead magnet that you have in a way that people can go into your funnel right on top of your channel art with like an arrow pointing to that link in specific. And you can just use my channel art as an example. I have it going right to my 10K club, and every day I'm getting people asking to join the 10K club purely because of that. Now, the next thing that you need to do is write your about page. This is basically your bio. And unlike Instagram, it gives you a lot more characters to use. Again, you want to be really precise with what you're saying with your about in your description of your channel, because you need to really tell people and be specific on what they're going to learn through your channel. Who are you? So don't waste the space and just going, "Hi, my name is Katelyn," right up front. You want to use that first sentence even to really draw people in, attract them in, and tell them exactly what they can expect on your channel. Now, the next piece of setting up your channel, and YouTube is really good at walking you step by step, is your custom URL. Now, in order to get a custom URL though, you need two things. One, you need to make sure that your profile, that headspace, is actually a picture of you. It's not just your letter like some Gmail accounts will give you. The next thing is you need a minimum of 100 subscribers in order to get that custom URL. It's two things. It's the hardest first 100 subscribers to achieve, but at the same time, it's the easiest step and milestone to achieve on YouTube. Now, once your channel is all set up, it's about finding a topic to share videos on. This topic really should be a topic that you could nonstop talk about. If your partner, spouse, friend, whoever got you talking on this topic, you would not shut up about it. And I know there's a lot of us who can think of that or think of ideas on what that topic would be. And here's the thing, guys, when I first started YouTube, I actually wanted it to be all about makeup. Now, don't get me wrong, I love makeup. However, I can only really create a couple of looks, and beyond that, I'm kind of bored. And as a mom of two, I don't have time to play around with makeup like I used to. So that is why that niche wasn't really a great niche for me. Yes, I'm passionate about makeup. However, I needed to find a topic that really allowed me to leverage my business, obviously, but also a topic that I love to share on. And it has to come from that piece versus looking around for a topic that seems to be popular and then you going from there. It has to come from inside versus outside. Now, if you're sitting there and thinking like, oh, but everybody's talking about Instagram, like there's no way I would get seen. I want you to switch that thought in your brain so that you realize it's actually about the demand. If there's so much quote unquote competition with it, it truly just means there's a lot of people looking for this information. So use that, be a part of it. You can't duplicate yourself. You are unique, and what the market is missing is you. So be a part of it. The next part of creating and building a YouTube channel is the workflow that is involved. And like I said, this is the exact workflow that I use. So go ahead and steal it and use it. I break it down into kind of 4 different groups, and it starts off with researching, then moves to filming and editing, and then uploading and sharing. So make sure you stick to the end because sharing is probably going to be your number one thing that you need to know in order to actually get that traction that I know that you're wanting if you're considering starting a YouTube channel. Now, the first step when it comes to actually creating any type of content on YouTube, and I would have to say this is probably the missed step that most people do, is in the research. For example, to upload about 4 videos, it takes me anywhere from 2 to 4 hours of research on those video topics. And what you are looking for is making sure that your video topics are what your audience wants to hear and needs to hear. Plus, obviously, including topics that you want to talk about. So I suggest that you brainstorm ideas of video topics and things that you want to know and things that you know people are already asking, or they're maybe already coming to you and asking you for this advice in your specific niche. Now, if you don't have anybody coming to you or you're really brand spanking new, I suggest actually creating a survey, and you can do this easily in Google Forms and handing it out for people and starting to collect that data and information of what people truly are wanting to learn from you. Now, if you want an example of a survey, I'm gonna leave my exact survey that I use in the description below this, so feel free to take a look at it, glance it over, and I actually invite you to fill it out because obviously a big part of my YouTube channel is research, so fill it out and I would love to hear your feedback on some topics and videos that you would love to know and learn. Now, the next step is obviously filming your videos. Once you have your video topic, you can go ahead and film. Now, filming for most people can be a scary thing. It's actually my absolute favorite part of YouTube. And in fact, I created a video checklist for people when it comes to filming videos because there is things that you have to remember and consider before even hitting record. So if you want that video checklist, that link will be in the description below this video as well. And you can go ahead and use it so that you film and you're ready to film and your video is going to be flawless because you've followed my checklist, trust me. Now, I would say the biggest hesitation or holdback for people when it comes to starting YouTube, and I say this because that was actually what prevented me from starting my own YouTube channel also for like, we're talking 12, 13 years that I sat on wanting to start a YouTube channel before I actually implemented and started a YouTube channel, is the fact that people feel that they need all this equipment and they need to be professional. They need the right setting, the right background, the right look to their videos, and it needs to look really good before they're willing to film anything. Now, although I do agree that yes, it needs to look good, you don't need to go out and buy tons and thousands of dollars worth of equipment. Seriously, my setup, all that I have, and it's more than what you really need at this point, is I have 2 soft boxes right here, and then I have a ring light in front of me, which also holds my camera. I shoot with a Canon M50, which is a mirrorless camera. It's amazing. And then I also actually have a tripod in front of me with my phone, with my script sitting there, and obviously a lapel mic on me. And now that is my setup. I actually film right in my office, which is a very small room. in our basement, and most of the times my kids are running upstairs. However, this is just my setup, and what you really only need to film a YouTube video is some good lighting, whether that is a ring light or just a good window, and sitting in front of that window, and then a smartphone. Smartphones nowadays are honestly so good for video. They're in fact probably, well, I shouldn't say they're not beating DSLRs or mirrorless cameras, but they're up there in quality. And in fact, most smartphones have a really good microphone on it too, so you don't even need anything. The biggest thing that you need to realize when it comes to filming your videos is you just need to start, and you need to perfect along the way. Don't let perfection cause inaction, because it'll never happen. And it's gonna prevent you from really getting out there and starting to build that traffic. So just start, feel the fear, do it anyways, and aim for 1% better each time. That's honestly my goal, my intention with every video, every piece of content that I put out there in the universe, is I strive for 1% better each time. The other thing that you have to remember when it comes to filming your videos is I want you to create an upload schedule for yourself. This will also help you to create a routine and workflow when it comes to how often you need to film videos, but having an upload schedule is really important for YouTube. You have to think of it like a TV station. When I go to watch Friends, it was always on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock or whatever time, right? And I knew on Thursdays, that's when Friends was coming on. So just like TV, your YouTube channel should be the same thing. Is your viewers, your audience should expect a YouTube video on the same day, the same time of day, just like a TV station. Now, I will pause here because the beautiful thing with YouTube that I've always promoted is the fact that it is still evergreen. So God forbid you miss a week, your videos are still working for you. In fact, that's actually, again, why I love this platform so much, because as a businesswoman, a mom, a wife, all the things, sometimes my life does get busy and it does prevent me from uploading a video that week. However, I also make sure to batch my video content, so I'm not constantly feeling like I have to go and film a video and edit and do all these things to it. Is I batch up my content, and then I get my editor to edit it all, and then we're ready to upload. Now, once my video is completely filmed, it is time to edit them. Now, editing is definitely something that takes maybe a little bit of talent. However, it's really not that hard for you to do, especially when you're doing a talking head video like this, which is literally all you're looking at is a talking head. There's no intricacy, there's no transitions that you need to create and make this video all crazy and beautiful looking. It just has to be so simple as a cut and a splice here and there as maybe you piece things together. Now, obviously, as I mentioned, I love video editing. I do have a video marketing agency that specializes in editing. So I am fully aware that editing is something that I love to do, but your videos, again, it can be super simple, and there's tons of free software like iMovie that you can just start getting and editing your videos. I use a program called Premiere Pro, but again, as a video marketing agency, we're obviously going to invest in software and program that's going to be able to allow us to do some more intricate edits. Now, it's ready to upload your video. Once it's all edited, you are ready to upload. So one part with uploading your video comes in your keywords. So doing some keyword research around your video, and that can be as simple as going into Google and finding what are people talking about. So let's just say this video is about starting a YouTube channel. So I might go into starting a YouTube channel on Google, and I'm going to see what pops up within Google and see what are people asking when it comes to starting a YouTube channel. Then I'm going to plug those keywords not only into my description, but into the tags of my video. Another really great program that you can use for finding keywords is called Keywords Everywhere. This is a really awesome one to show you how often are people searching for topics. This is actually something I use right at the beginning at the research process. Now, the other thing when it comes to uploading your video is creating a thumbnail. And this is part of my checklist because it's probably the one thing that you're going to forget is to take a picture for your thumbnail. And instead of having to find a frame in your video where you're somewhat look normal without middle sentence, which trust me, that's way harder. So taking a separate picture for your thumbnail is actually a way better strategy to use. But when it comes to your thumbnail, there's a few things that you have to remember. You want to create your thumbnails nice and clear and visible with some big bold text, not too many words, because people want to be able to read it, to quickly glance, get an idea what the video is going to be about. The other thing that your thumbnail should be, again, it has to be eye-catching, it has to create curiosity and intrigue, maybe evoke even a little emotion in it, because this is what is going to be called, or what is going to be considered into your click-through rate. Your click-through rate is simply how many people are clicking on your video. So let's just say I go into YouTube, say how to start a YouTube channel, and my video comes up, as well as some of other people's coming up, is who's coming to, again, that keyword of how to start a YouTube channel and clicking on my video. And your thumbnail is going to be a big key and determining factor on people clicking on your video. So being strategic with your thumbnails is really important. And in fact, Canva offers some really good thumbnail templates for free, obviously, that you can use and just upload your own text and your own picture. Now, last is once it's uploaded, it is time to share your video. Now, if you are starting a YouTube channel, this step is so important because you need to get that initial traffic over to YouTube, over to your videos to start watching and getting those views up. And in order to do that at the beginning stages, you really need to push that video out into the public. And some things that I use, and again, I invite you to use and steal and take my ideas, is I post in Facebook groups, I give it out to my email list, and every week I show a little bit more behind the scenes of that video and why they should watch that video, as well as a link for that exact video to go watch it. I put it in my Instagram bio, and I share teasers in my Instagram stories to build traffic and get that traffic over to watching that video as soon as it is uploaded. The first 24 hours a video goes live is your prime time to getting traffic over there. Because as soon as it's uploaded, YouTube is going to push that up into the algorithm because it's a brand new video, they're excited about it. And so you have 24 hours to build as much traffic to that video to get it going. And after 24 hours, it's going to start to, put itself in order as far as popularity on that exact topic. I know there's a lot that goes into YouTube and algorithm wise, but again, getting as much traffic over to watch that video at the beginning is going to be so important. So share it away, ask your friends and family to watch the video, to subscribe to your channel, to really build that subscriber base and viewers. So this is the workflow that I use, and this workflow is both something that we do monthly as well as weekly in my business. I research my videos monthly and film my videos monthly, so I batch that, and then I go and script my videos before I film, and obviously scripting and filming, that's all batched up to at a monthly basis, but then uploading and sharing is obviously a weekly thing that we do in my business. So every week, usually Friday, Saturday, is when I'm going over my video, getting a contact of my video editor, and we're sharing and picking away pieces of that video. And then again on Saturday night or Sunday is when I sit down and I get it ready to upload. I optimize the video, and my videos come out Sunday at 10 a.m. because that is when I feel my audience is usually in that mode to just sit down and watch a video. And then that allows me Sunday to Monday to really push that video and share about that video. So that is the workflow that I use. Again, you go ahead, take what you want and what you need. I hope that you guys are considering a YouTube channel, and if you are, I would love to know in the comments. Just comment away saying, yes, this is what I've been doing. Thank you so much for the video. I'd love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to download my video checklist, because even if you're not creating a YouTube channel, but you're just creating videos in general, download that checklist because it's going to give you a step-by-step guide and checklist when it comes to sitting down and actually recording a video. Things like as simply as remembering to take a picture and charging your camera on those checklists, because trust me, the last thing you want to do is be in the middle of filming and your battery dies. So with that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If this video was helpful, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I definitely invite you to subscribe to my channel if you really want to learn how to create that consistent cash flow in your business. And I upload a video every Sunday, like I said, at 10 a.m. So I'll check back with you guys here next week. See you.